everyone. Welcome to the course of electromagnetic fields and waves. In today's session, we are going to learn about electric field intensity, electric field intensity. In that, we are going to learn about fields due to different charge distributions. Okay, so till now we have seen the force and the electric field which is acting between in a free space, okay, at a particular point. We used to take a single charge or a multiple charge like q1 and q2, okay, with a distance some r, and we have also measured the force, okay, at a particular points of that particular charges, right? Okay, now this particular fields due to different charge distributions, okay, is about a continuous distribution. That means it won't be limited to a particular point. The charge will be a continuous distribution throughout the different densities. So till now we have considered only charges at points, and we have also considered force with some distance r, right, like this, okay. But here for this, especially for this topic, electric field intensity, fields due to different charge distributions, we will be considering continuous distribution, okay. That particular continuous distribution will be it is possible to have continuous distribution. So continuous distribution means the charge will be continuously distributed through those mediums. What are those mediums? We will be going to see right now. So it is possible to have a continuous distribution along a line. That line can be a simple wire, okay, on a surface. So the charge can also be have a continuous distribution on the surface or in a volume, okay. So we are going to see a continuous distribution of charge, okay, in these particular three things: in a line or a wire, on a surface, or in a volume. How this particular distribution of charge will be done in all these three things, okay, we are going to see, okay, where this can be denoted as, these are denoted as,
so these are denoted by, what is the first one? Line charge density. It can be given as rho L in coulombs per meter, and the second one is surface charge density rho S. It is given in coulombs per meter square, and the third one is volume charge density rho V, and this is given in coulombs per meter cube, okay.
By seeing this, we can say that L is line charge, S is surface, V is volume, and these are the units of that particular thing. Then what is rho? Okay, you may get doubt. Okay, so here rho is used to indicate, okay, a radial distance in cylindrical coordinates. Okay, so we have several coordinates like let us say this is x-axis and this is y-axis and this is z-axis, let us say. Okay, so in order to cover all these three coordinates, okay, this particular distance of all these three cylindrical coordinates or the three coordinates is considered as radius or radial. Okay, this is denoted by rho. Okay, so as we are considering this particular charge through all these things, we need to consider the coordinates also, x, y, z directions, okay, which we are considering it as a radius or radial distance, that is denoted by rho. That's why all this line, surface as well as volume, line charge density, surface charge density as well as volume charge density along with units are considering rho L, rho S and as well as rho V. Okay, so line charge means, as I said, it's an we can call it as a wire. Okay, so consider a wire, let us say this is a wire. Okay, so there is a continuous distribution of the charge through this particular wire. Okay, now if charge Q is induced through a wire, let us say, okay, so this is a wire, the charge Q is flowing through this particular wire or induced through this particular wire, okay, then we can say the line charge is total charge on that wire. We can say that the line charge will be total charge on that wire by length of the wire. Okay, so what we are doing, we are inducing a charge through this wire, so this particular line charge can be defined as the total charge on that wire by length of the wire. Okay, so this line charge is denoted by what? Rho L, right? Rho L. Okay, so rho L will be is equal to, what is it? Total charge per length of line, where line is nothing but this particular wire. Okay, so this particular rho L can be considered as line charge density. So our line charge density is denoted by rho L is equal to total charge by length of the line. Okay, now let's consider the same wire. Okay, now we are considering a small amount of length of a wire. Okay, let us say this particular part of wire. Technically we can call this particular part as small differential length DL. Okay, so consider small differential length dl in this particular wire. Okay, so if at all we are considering a small differential length dl, okay, there will be a small amount of differential charge, right? So where there is small amount of differential length dl, there exists small amount of charge, which is, we can call it as differential charge dq, right? Okay, so initially throughout the wire there will be an induced charge q. Okay, so whenever we are considering a small amount of length of a wire, or we can also call it as differential length of a wire, there exists a small amount of charge, we are considering it as differential charge. Okay, so consider a small amount of differential length dl, okay, on this differential length dl if we induce small differential amount of charge. Okay, so what is the small differential amount of charge? That is considered as dq. Okay, so from this particular statement, line charge density rho L is equal to, okay, small differential charge dq by small differential length dl. Okay, this is as we are considering a small parts of differential lengths as well as differential charge q. Okay, so our line charge density for our differential matter will be rho L is equal to dq by dl. Okay, now if you write this same thing with respect to differential charge, if you write the same thing with respect to differential charge, differential charge dq is equal to rho L into dl. Okay, so our differential charge dq is equal to rho L into dl. So what is the differential charge we got? Let's write it once again. Differential charge dq is equal to, as we have seen, rho L into dl. Okay, dq is equal to rho L into dl. Okay, where rho L is line charge density. We have already density. Okay, so if we integrate the above equation, so integral of dq is equal to integral of rho L into dl. Okay, so this can be written as, this integral of dq can be written as q, which is equal to rho L into dl. Okay, so q is equal to integral of rho L into dl. Okay, where q is total charge with respect to line charge density. Therefore, Q is equal to integral of rho L into dl. This is the total charge with respect to differential length and the line charge density. Okay, so consider a surface. So this is a surface. Okay, let us say this is surface, okay, in which a total charge is induced or passed into that particular surface. Okay, so there will be a total charge Q, okay, induced into or passed through this particular surface. This is surface S. Okay, now how we can evaluate this? So consider charge Q is induced into the surface. Okay, so our surface charge density, surface charge density is given by total charge, this total charge by area of the surface, area of surface. This is how to see. So what is our surface charge density? Our surface charge density is rho S, right? So rho S is equal to total charge induced in the surface by area of surface. Okay, okay, this is rho L. Now let's consider a small part. So let's consider a small part of a surface. Okay, this particular small part of surface is considered as differential surface ds. Okay, now consider small part of surface which we are considering it as differential surface ds, okay, with small amount of differential charge. What is differential charge? It becomes dq. Okay, when we are considering a small surface, differential surface ds, there will be a small induced differential charge which we are considering it as dq. Okay, now what we can say, this surface charge density rho s, okay, surface charge density rho s can be equal to, okay, differential charge dq by differential surface ds. Okay, so this can be written as differential charge by differential surface. Okay, so if you write the equation with respect to differential charge, dq is equal to, okay, rho s into ds. Okay, so dq is equal to rho s into ds. Okay, surface charge density into differential surface. Okay, this is how to write. Okay, now let's integrate this particular equation. So what is the equation with respect to differential charge? dq is equal to rho s into ds, right? Okay, let's integrate this. dq is equal to integral of rho s into ds. Okay, this can be written as dq is nothing but, it becomes q, which is nothing but integration of rho s into ds. Okay, therefore q equal to integral of rho s into ds. Okay, where q is total charge with respect to surface charge density. Okay, so total charge q is become integral of surface charge density rho s into differential surface. This is how to equate this particular surface charge density. Similarly, as we are equating the line charge density and the surface charge density, we also need to equate this particular volume charge density. Okay, so let's consider a volume. So this volume can be an object also. So let's consider a volume. Okay, so this particular volume again induced with a total charge q, let us say. Okay, so consider volume induced by charge therefore volume charge will rho v will become total charge by total volume of object. Okay, so whenever we are inducing a current through this particular volume or an object, okay, so this particular volume charge rho v will become total charge per total volume of object. Okay, now what we are doing, as we have already done for the previous two things, line charge density or wire charge density, or this particular surface charge density, again we are considering an object here. Okay, so we are considering an object. Okay, this particular small object will be induced by some charge. So this particular differential volume, okay, will be considered as dV. Okay, and the charge induced for this particular differential volume will be dq. Okay, so how we can state? Consider differential volume, consider differential volume dV, okay, induced by small amount of differential charge, okay, dq. Okay, so here what we can say, our volume charge density rho v can be written as, okay, so differential charge dq by differential volume dV. Okay, dq by dV, this is nothing but differential charge by differential volume. Okay, so if you write this with respect to differential charge, dq is equal to rho v into dV. Okay, this is with respect to differential charge. Now let's integrate this. Okay, so what is the differential charge we got? dq is equal to rho v into dV. This is what we got, right? Okay, now let's integrate that. So integral of dq is equal to integral of rho v into dV. Integral of dq will be can be written as dq is equal to q, which is equal to rho v into dV. Okay, so q is equal to integral of rho v into dV, where q is total charge, okay, with respect to the volume charge density, volume charge density rho v. Okay, so total charge with respect to the volume charge density q is given by integral of rho v into dV. Okay, this is for volume charge density, okay, and this is for total charge for surface charge density, okay, and this is for total charge for line charge density. Okay, so this is how to experience the fields due to different charge distributions. Okay, it can be a line charge density rho L, surface charge density rho S, and volume charge density rho V. Okay.